All right, these are your steps for how to put a 1-inch border on a piece of white paper. Understand that I'm doing this in a video and I'm going to be pressing on my paper pretty hard and making some very dark lines. I want you to make sure that yours is nice and lightly drawn. The reason for that is because you may need to erase it, but for the purpose of this video, I need to do mine heavy and dark so that you can see it on the video. First thing you're gonna do is grab yourself a ruler and you're gonna find the 1-inch mark, okay? That long line with the 1 next to it is your 1-inch mark. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to hold my ruler the opposite direction that my paper is going. I'm going to lay it down on the edge of the paper, the edge of the ruler against the edge of the paper. I'm going to find that 1-inch mark and I'm going to mark it, okay? I'm gonna take my ruler in that exact same position and I'm going to slide it toward the other end of my paper and I'm going to make an identical mark on the other end. The reason for that is when I go to draw my line that is 1 inch away from the edge of my paper, this helps me keep a consistent 1-inch line all the way across. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to lay the ruler up against those 2 marks that I just made, and I'm going to draw a line. Okay, now notice it didn't reach all the way across. So I might have to take my ruler and reposition and extend those lines a little bit further on either end of my paper, because we want this border to go all the way around the paper. The next side that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the short edge. I'm gonna take my ruler and I'm gonna hold the short edge against my paper again, and I'm actually gonna do that up here, mark it at the 1-inch mark. I'm gonna then take my ruler and I'm gonna slide it down the paper a little bit. I'm gonna make another 1-inch mark. Then what I'll do is I'll rotate my ruler, put it up against those 2 lines that I just made, 2 marks that I just made, and I'm gonna draw a line. And I'm going to overlap those 2 lines at the corner there, because that way I will have a border that's going all the way around. Next one, I'm gonna do this other side. Again, lay the short edge of my ruler on the edge of my paper, mark it at 1 inch, slide my ruler down, mark another 1-inch mark, lay my ruler against those 2 marks, draw my line. Last one, the bottom edge. Short end of the ruler against the bottom edge of the paper, mark 1 inch, slide your ruler down, mark 1 inch again. Now take my ruler, line up those 2 marks that I made, draw a line, and now extend my line. Now, everywhere that it intersects, I'm going to erase. So I basically have a floating box on my paper. Now your name design project is going to go inside this 1-inch border, and you're going to try to keep this border as white and clean as you possibly can as you do this project.